Hi choir, hi Bulwell, good to be back here. I thought I'd do another little sing-song for us today. We're still all keeping okay over here. I'm still, me and Catty between us are still forcing James to do as much stuff that isn't sitting playing computer games as possible. He's doing alright, he's doing lots of piano though, he's doing lots of piano practice. His piano's come on a treat. That's really nice, and we've managed to get him to do things like colouring in that he's not done for years as well, which has been lovely. We've had some nice times actually, it's been great. We're still all COVID free. I've managed to find out like the best times to visit various different supermarkets and stuff like that. Anyway, I thought we'd have a sing-song today. I'm going to go through a warm-up thing. I thought we'd do Cinnamon and Drunken Sailor. Alright, and I thought I'd do one of our Sound of Music, so we're going to do Something Good. That's because that's the copy that I've been able to find. My music room, it's always a disaster area. There's so much stuff strewn everywhere. Partly because, I sort of like work, in different places and have different bags for different choirs and stuff like that. It gets particularly bad around concert season because very often I'm having to take bits of equipment like my digital piano out of here and it comes back, or guitars go and come back, or microphones and things like that. And it's got really bad over the last few days because I'm doing all these different recordings. Sometimes I'm recording over here with the piano. Sometimes I'm having to use my digital piano over there. I've been recording, you can just see it up here. That's my pop shield for some, shield the microphone from all the p sounds that you make, So I've had microphones set up and stuff like that. I've been recording my cajon, so sometimes the microphones have had to be set up right low down to the ground. Sometimes I'm using my digital piano, sometimes I'm having to set it up as an organ, so I've got a second keyboard that I kind of balance on top, and that's sort of, sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not, because I need the music stand. Oh, it's a nightmare. So yes, Something Good is the only copy that I've been able to find from Sound of Music, but I've done Favourite Things already, that's on the previous one. We will do Do a Dear as well, because that's a favourite, isn't it? I'll make sure I've got a copy for that next time. And I thought we'd finish off with a bit of a blast from the past. I thought we'd do When the Red Red Robin as well. A bit of a blast from the past for us. Okay, so here we go. First of all, we're going to do Cinnamon and the Drunken Sailor. Okay, so I'm going to go through them. I'm going to sing Cinnamon, followed by the Drunken Sailor. Okay, 2 verses of each, as you know. So it's Oh Cinnamon, Where You Gonna Run To, All on That Day, followed by Run to the Rocks, Rocks Won't You Hide Me, All on That Day. And then I'm going to switch to the Drunken Sailor. I'm going to do What Shall We Do with the Drunken Sailor, followed by Hooray and Up She Rises. Okay, now some of you will want to sing along with me, and just that's absolutely fine, of course. But some of you that have done this much longer, some of the older members, you've done this a lot. You might want to do the opposite song from the ones that I'm doing. That's up to you, of course. So here we go. Let's do it, folks. And oh Cinnamon, where you gonna run to? Oh Cinnamon, where you gonna run to? Oh Cinnamon, where you gonna run to? All on that day. Run to the rocks, rocks won't you hide me? Run to the rocks, rocks won't you hide me? Run to the rocks, rocks won't you hide me? All on that day. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning, hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises. Early in the morning. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed that. I like that one. It puts a smile on my face. Apart from, I hurt my ring finger on my left hand yesterday playing basketball with James. It's swollen up. It's a little bit bruised and stuff, and it's just hurting a little bit today. But I can't really rest it, unfortunately. All right, let's carry on. Let's have a look at Something Good then, folks. I'm just going to go straight through it. I'm not going to faff about with it. I think I'm right in saying that we go all the way, Perhaps I Had a Wicked Childhood, all the way through to, so Somewhere in My Youth or Childhood. Wait a minute, I can't remember which order we do this in. we go all the way through it twice, and then I've got a DS here to there. I can't remember. I've written notes down on here to let me know what structure to do here, but I obviously didn't do them very well because I can't make head and tail of them. All right, never mind. Let's see. I'm sure you'll get it. You know, we'll enjoy it, won't we? Perhaps I had a wicked childhood. Perhaps I had a miserable youth. But somewhere in this wicked, miserable past, there must have been a moment of truth. For here you are standing there, loving me, whether or not you should. So somewhere in my youth or childhood, I must have done something good. Perhaps I had a wicked childhood. Perhaps I had a miserable youth. But somewhere in my wicked, miserable past, there must have been a moment of truth. For here you are standing there, loving me, whether or not you should. So somewhere in my youth or childhood, I must have done something good. Nothing comes from nothing, nothing ever could. So somewhere in my youth or childhood, I must have done something good. For here you are standing there, loving me, whether or not you should. So somewhere in my youth or childhood, I must have done something good. Nothing comes from nothing, nothing ever could. So somewhere in my youth or childhood, I must have done something good. Oh, I do like that song. I do think it's wonderful. It might be my favourite in the whole show, you know. But then again, I could probably listen to most of them and then say exactly the same thing. It's one of those shows, isn't it? Me and my dad once, we were on the way to work in the car. At the time, we were working at the same school for 1 day a week, so we used to share lifts. And we were on the way to work in the car, and my mum and dad had got tickets to go and see Les Miserables in London. And neither of us had ever seen it before. I've still never seen it, which is almost inexcusable, isn't it? It's almost unforgivable. And we were both sort of saying in the car, you know, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure, we weren't really sure we really like Les Mis, you know, it seems a bit overhyped and all that kind of stuff. And then one of us got round to saying, well, there are a couple of good numbers in it, aren't there? And we were like, yeah, there's a couple of good numbers. And then we sort of started going, empty chairs, empty tables, oh yeah, that's fantastic, we like that one. Bring Him Home. Oh, that's a fantastic song, that is. Master of the House. Oh yeah, that's brilliant. Love it. And every single song that we could name from the show, we thought was an absolute belter. So by the end of the conversation, we got to the point of, yeah, Les Mis, it's a great show, isn't it? And this one, you know, Sound of Music is the same. Before, Katia was in it once. She played the... She did have a speaking role. It was a professional production. It was a... Oh God, it was a nightmare. Yeah, it was the Aberystwyth Arts Centre. It was their big summer show, and she was working 25 hours a week in Safeway at the time. I was in my second year at university. I'd stayed in Aberystwyth over summer in order to spend time with her. She was doing 25 hours a week in Safeway, followed by 7 shows a week in this professional production. And they were all, you know, most of the people were from London, and Katia applied for just a chorus role. The chorus were all local, but then all the roles were professionals, and she was the only non-professional that had a small role. You know, she had like 1 or 2 lines to say, a little line in a song, something like very small, but you know, she was only one. And it was a horrendous year because she was so tired, you know, doing all this stuff. And of course, I'd stayed in Aberystwyth in order to see her, and I just didn't see her at all. But anyway, until I went to see that show, it was the same thing. I'd maybe seen it like bits and bobs on the telly and stuff. I didn't really know it that well, and I thought I wouldn't like it. But every song's a belter in that show, aren't they? It's great. Anyway, come on, let's finish off. We're going to do Red Red Robin. All right, so some of the newer members, you won't have the words to this. What I'll do is when I email the link to Judy to pass on, I'll ask her if she'd mind emailing the copy through to you. Having said that, if you can't, if you don't have the words, if Judy hasn't got them and can't forward them through, they're dead easy to find. Just get on Google, search for the Red Red Robin. The one thing that some of you, if you've not done it with me before, won't have heard before, is the verse at the beginning. As most of you will know, I'm really keen on the verses. You know, these classic Great American Songbook songs, they often start with a verse that's got... It's completely different from the main song, you know, and they're often lost. And the first time I ever did this one with choir, I think most people, of course, knew the song, but I think the verse was new to literally everybody. I don't think a single person had heard that before. But it's a lovely verse, and it's got a great message, you know. So here we go. Oh, that's my finger. I need to be less rough on my finger. Here we go. And I heard a robin this morning. I'm feeling happy today. Gonna put my cares in a whistle. Gonna blow them all away. What if I've been unlucky? Really, I ain't got a thing. But there's one thing'll make me feel happy. As happy as a king. When the red, red robin comes bob, bob, bobbing along, along, there'll be no more sobbing when he starts throbbing his old sweet song. Wake up, you sleepyhead, get up, get up, get out of bed, cheer up, cheer up, the sun is red, live, laugh, laugh and be happy. What if I've been blue, now I'm walking through fields of flowers. Rain make listen, but still I listen for hours and hours. I'm just a kid again, doing what I did again, singing this song. When the red, red robin comes bob, bob, bobbing along. When the red, red robin comes bob, bob, bobbing along, along, there'll be no more sobbing when he starts throbbing his old sweet song. Wake up, you sleepyhead, get up, get up, get out the sun is red? Live, love, laugh and be happy. What if I've been blue? Now I'm walking through fields of flowers. Rain make listen, but still I listen for hours and hours. I'm just a kid again, doing what I did again, singing this song. When the red, red robin comes bob, bob, bobbing along. Okay, folks, I hope you've enjoyed that. I've enjoyed that. I like that song a lot, as you know. Yeah, it's a sort of a positive mental health message, really, isn't it? So many of these songs are, you know, if you think about it, you know, like Bridge Over Troubled Water, The Hero that we've done. I should do that one, actually. I'll do that one next time. Lots of just great positive vibes. One of my schools, as you know, has a motto, believe, belong, achieve. And I always say to them when we do songs like this that it's got a great believe, belong, achieve message, you know. Anyway, folks, I hope you've enjoyed a little sing-along there. I'll get another one of these done at some point in the future. I've ended up being a little bit busier just recently. So the pace of these might slow down a little bit. But I hope you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you soon, folks. See ya, everyone. Bye.